Hey everyone, Constructor525 here. Happy New Year, and well, thought I should make yet another update on the narrow gauge extension. So yeah guys, take a good look at this. I've been down here this break and I was able to get a ton of track laid, and as you can see, the majority of it is actually done. I'm just very happy with how this is turning out so far. And we'll just go through each section one by one, just to show you guys again, how this is going to be organized. So, for starters, right here, these two pieces of narrow gauge track here, Pecco, this is going to be Skarloey Station, or at least a rough version of Skarloey Station. I'm going to have the Pecco Country Station here. I have not built the kit yet. I'm going to, but have that set here. And have these as the two main lines. Initially I wanted to have another one on this side, but I don't think there's going to be enough room, because right here, well, yep, you guys guessed it, this is Bertram's old mine. And yeah, we got these two pieces of standard gauge track tacked down and two narrow gauge tracks here. I think I'm going to add one more there as a dummy siding, but overall I'm very happy with how this turned out. These are both wired separately. As you can tell, I have insulated belt joiners there and there, so I can run, have Thomas or whoever sitting here, and then another engine here, and run them with the other engine, not moving on the other track, which is very nice. Just like in Season 5, these two are going to be sidings, and the narrow gauge tracks are going to go into the mountain. And as you can tell, the inner narrow gauge line is just a dummy siding. It's not going to attach to anything, but this one's going to go into the mountain and loop around to the main, connect with the main line. So going back over here to Skarloey Station, we have the crossing, which goes to the main part of the layout, which I'll get to in a sec. But the other one, as you see, is just goes over the other part of the crossing, over the H1 narrow gauge crossing, which will go into a mountain, which is going to be underneath the incline, and loop all the way around to the back there. As you can see, it's the one further back along the mountain. As you guys can see, it's very close to the wall. So this mountain is going to be extremely thin, but nevertheless, it will still be very high and detailed. And ideally, that's all you really want when filming. But yeah, go to the spur and loop back to here. And let's just for a second take this spur, which will be the inner line back here. And I haven't done this yet, guys, but this is the spur that's going to be raised up. At least we're going to cut with the jig. I'm going to cut with the jigsaw, probably from right here where this piece of N gauge track connects with the narrow gauge track right here, and then have a slight slope go up. As you guys can already see, I already connected the upper track. This is the upper track, but I just had to wait for this to dry last night with Elmer's glue. But yeah, I digress. That's going to be connected to this, raised up, go over this line, go over the HO and this narrow gauge track, and be close to the edge here on an upper clamp. And this is where we're going to have two switches. So as you see, I have one here, and then there's going to be one right here. Go over the two crossings to the incline. So just like as I said in the last update video, it's going to be like Season 4 style. Have one track coming off from this way and the other off this way. And yeah, this is where the incline will be set. Remember guys, now this is all going to be raised up. And yeah, the incline is going to be very high. That's why I really thought ahead here with how tall I wanted this sky, how much sheetrock to put up, way back, so that there's enough height for the incline. And as you can see, those are the two tracks that will be attached to the incline. I still have to get one more of these at the very top. And yeah, that'll be the incline. And then coming back over here, this is going to be raised up, turned to here. By the way, this is just to hold the track up, but to this track, and then into the mine, and end in there. And yeah, this will be a long gray mountain. And then as you guys can see, I drew some pencil lines. This one is the end of the mountain, and then this one's going to be where the board ends. So remember, if there's going to be another piece of plywood that I'm going to buy, put on top of this, since this is all going to be inside a mountain, and this is where I plan to put dryer station that I told you guys about. As you can see at the moment, I have dryer footbridge here, and I have a brick tunnel portal there, but basically it's just going to be 2 tracks, HO tracks, going into a dummy tunnel portal and coming out, and then have a thin dryer set here, which will be very nice. And that's really it for this part. But yeah, as I said, guys, I got most of the track work done. Most of it I glued down, but there were a few times where I was able to, you know, as you can see, like for example right here, you know, put in nails. One thing I really don't like about this Pecco narrow gauge track, which, you know, some of you probably who have the track know, there's no pre-drilled holes, you know, in the track. So you either can just glue it, or if you want to be ambitious like me, and you know, you can get, you know, bigger track pins, and then just try to create your own hole. But I gotta tell you, you know, working with this track was really challenging, you know, to get this right. But you know what? We were able to get done. Oh, one other thing about the Pecco track that I don't like: the rail joiners are so small, so it's sometimes a really big pain to get end gauge track that's not Pecco attached to Pecco track. You know, because for example, Atlas track. Some of this is Atlas end scale. Like, I don't know about these, but some of the track, this might be in fact this or that piece right here is Atlas. And when I used Atlas and rail joiners, you know, they were occasionally, like, they're bigger rail joiners, so occasionally I had a very hard time getting it attached to the Pecco track, and especially the spurs. So I would have to, you know, file down with a metal file the rail joiners and just get them perfect. And you know, it really was a pain to get these on. But you know what? With a lot of patience, I was able to do it, which I'm very happy about. But yeah, I digress it once again. But I thought I should just share that in case any of you have experienced a similar dilemma, and just let me know, you know, down in the comments. I'm always happy to read what you guys have to share. But yeah, guys, this is it. The HO track, as you can see, it's just 2 sidings there, and then 2 sidings in there, an engine shed, and then goes over the crossing to this. This is just a dummy siding here. Well, actually, not necessarily a dummy siding, but it's probably going to just be an overgrown mine siding, maybe a little mine tunnel portal that I plan to put, but we'll see. And then here's the next part, the viaduct. Yes, got this mounted in, and this too was quite a challenge to work with. You know, we would use wooden shims here, attach 4 of them together, and then using a corking gun, you know, using all-purpose adhesive. My father and I were able to get this mounted in, which is nice. And this is a leftover track I have, by the way. You know, and that's the other thing. But I'm going to digress once more, guys. I apologize for that. But as you guys know, as you guys can see, not all of this is Pecco narrow gauge track. You know, I realized that I just did not have enough, and I just had to go in and find end gauge track. You know, luckily my father actually had some spare end gauge track in bins, and you know, this is all that's left of it right here, guys. Just this one piece of narrow gauge track, that little piece, those 2 straights, and those 2 longer straights. And you know, everything else we pretty much utilize. Right here I plan to use that one piece of flex track, and then the other bit use hopefully here at the incline. But this just goes to show that, yeah, like, you need a lot of track when planning, and I clearly underestimated how much I was going to need. But hey, that's just for reference, I guess. Anyways, going back here, the 2 tracks. So here we got this all mounted in. I'm sure those of you on Instagram and Twitter have seen this, but yes, we use shims and just wood. And I gotta tell you, this really was a pain in the butt to get together. But you know what? A challenge is always great, and I'm just glad that we got this done. And it's really important to make sure, you know, of course, with the rail joiners here, that, oops, let's see right there. Make sure there's no derailments, you know, when putting a piece of rolling stock along here. See right there, this derailment. But that's only because I did not file that down yet, and I have to. But yeah, this is really it, guys. I mean, I can go over here and show you guys also this, but I think I did show you this already. This is just the track that I also glued down to, you know, with the mainline station, Grove and Skate. But yeah, where's that engine shed? This right here. This engine shed's gonna go here. I may need to nip the side a little bit so that there's room for the engine, but there you have it. And the roof of that open air engine shed. No, we can find that. Here it is. This is still work in progress, but this is going to be an open air shed to go right next to this shed here. And this is basically loosely based on the Scarlowi Rally engine sheds from season 4. And that's that. So yeah, guys, this is the next update. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like the layout plan? Do you have any other ideas? I always love reading your comments. And this is basically it. Tennis Tractor 525. Thank you very much for watching.